Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Toussaint Como. This is the channel where we talk about fragrances and art. I am hoping to still get some beautiful fall colors by my window here and share with you my fall lineup for this year. And I've actually decided to call this video Grown-ass woman fall perfumes. The idea came to me because I wanted to sort of look at the new fragrances that have come out this fall in designer. So I went to the store and looked into a number of them. To be honest, I wasn't extremely impressed with really most of them. It occurs to me that, hey, I have a number of great designer perfumes that have remained true to time. So if you still have them, you're in luck. You can look and smell like the sexy grown-ass woman this fall. So, and they're going to fall into three categories. I think the first one is going to be sort of light, casual, with a youthful sophistication. And then we're going to move to sort of a warm and sensual type of fall fragrances. And then we would conclude with the dark and boozy and addictive type of fragrances, but I still find are very modern. So my first choice of fall fragrances, that is for the grown-ass sexy woman, is Shalimar. We know the story of Shalimar. Now this is the Eau de Toilette. So the Eau de Toilette is sort of a twist from the original Shalimar that was launched a long time ago in 1925. And Shalimar is this iconic fragrance that's the first Oriental perfume in history, and it was inspired by the love story between the Emperor Shah Jahan and Princess Mumtaz Mahal. And so the Shalimar bottle is also iconic. This is a modern interpretation of it. So the top notes are floral and bergamot. So the Eau de Toilette is really fresh. But what makes it really beautiful for fall is that it's also the freshness of the bergamot and the middle note of jasmine all rest on this incredibly beautiful vanilla and tonka beans that makes it still very warm for fall. So the bottom line is Shalimar is this fragrance you basically have to be totally owning your grown-ass womanness, confidence to really wear this fragrance. So that's my first choice for the fall. That's light, casual, and sophisticated, and for the grown-ass woman, that's Shalimar Eau de Toilette. And the second one is Twilly, and that sort of fall into the fresh, sophisticated fall fragrance that I'm recommended. And so it was launched in 2017. Again, it's not this year's fragrance. And so it's inspired after the iconic Hermes scarf. So that this is by Hermes. And it is this striking modern take on ginger and tuberose. I think you've heard me talk about tuberose. It's supposed to evoke this carnal type of desire of a flower, and that's been idolized on women as being just a very sensual note. So this is a modern take on, and tuberose have been back in style these days, and a lot of perfumers are featuring them in their creation. And so it's designed with the grown-ass woman in mind, but that's very youthful, you know, that's free and that's connected, that's a little bit mischievous. So it's a very fun fragrance to wear during the fall. Now, we have two sets of fragrance that I would consider to be warm and sensual. And the first one is Ralph Lauren, Woman by Ralph Lauren. And the second one is Classic Essence de Parfum by Jean-Paul Gaultier. The Ralph Lauren fragrance was launched in 2017, and it is a floral fragrance, but it does not feel flowery. So it begins with pears and rhubarb notes and blackcurrant. In the middle has the tuberose. Again, we find the tuberose, so it's a very sensual and feminine fragrance. And so the tuberose is the middle is joined by the orange blossom, which makes it very fresh, and the Turkish rose, which makes it very sensual. And the whole thing is rested on a base of sandalwood, hazelnut, and woody notes. So that's perfect for the fall. Just a very womanly fragrance that really was designed in mind with the inspiration of a woman that's able to express herself through her own personal style and is very authentic and original. So the quintessential American confident woman. That's Woman by Ralph Lauren. And that's my third pick for the fall that fall under warm and sensual fragrance. And as I mentioned, Jean-Paul Gaultier, what can we say? We are all familiar with this beautiful bottle by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It occurs to me that the difference between this one, which is the Classic Essence, is that the hip and butt is actually bigger than the original, and the front here is smaller. So this seems to be something that's in style these days. So I don't know if that's supposed to mean something. But this fragrance, again, is like the Twilly, is a ginger. It is open with spicy notes of ginger. And it has jasmine and orange blossom. And what makes this fragrance really nice and warm for fall is also the fact that it is resting on a base of vanilla and chantilly cream. And this fragrance, the other day I wore it and I was like, my God, so much yumminess shouldn't be allowed. And I was able to get all the yumminess during the fall, because when I first purchased this fragrance during the summer, I wasn't feeling it. But gee, did I feel it 2 days ago when I wore it for the, to try for this video. It was just like so yummy and light and just very, very, very beautiful. Jean-Paul Gaultier Classic Essence. Now, the last two that I want to talk about are sort of the dark and boozy and addictive fragrance. And what can we say? Tom Ford. This is the perfect fragrance for fall. This is a fragrance by Tom Ford, and that was his debut fragrance. And in 2006. So it's already very old, but it remained timeless, I believe. And it's extremely sensual. So it's Black Orchid, and the Black Orchid is really imaginary, but the way it's interpreted is, you know, with notes of French jasmine, black truffles, ylang ylang, and black currant, and some effervescent citrus. And what can I say? Everyone knows about Black Orchid. This remains the perfect fragrance, especially at night for the grown-up sexy women for fall. Last but not least, we have Dior Addict. This is easily the booziest fragrance that I have, the most vanillic fragrance that I have. It was launched in 2012, and the top note is silkwood, blossom, mandarin orange, so it opens up very fresh. When you smell it from the bottle, it's very fresh. And the middle note have all these blooming roses and vanilla. This fragrance is known for its amazing, exquisite bourbon, boozy vanilla, and so much sexiness almost shouldn't be allowed. So that's last but not least, and these are my list for fall, for the sexy grown-ass woman. So that's all we have, folks, for my designer fall lineup. I am as excited about my designer fragrances as I am of the niche that I am also going to share with you in a different video. Until next time, bye bye.